Hey everybody, it's Paul Grossman, the dark arts wizard of AI-driven test automation. And today I'm continuing on with my goal, which is to have a live stream once a day, every couple days, and show off a lot of the different tools that I've been able to acquire and interact with over the course of my years. Just to let you know, I just recently got let go from a job, and it was amicable. Basically, the company just kind of closed its doors, and a lot of people got let go. A lot of my friends that I've worked with for the last couple of months are also looking for a position. So if you're seeing this on LinkedIn, please go take a look at LinkedIn. Go see the people that I am signal boosting over there. A couple of developers, Joe and Jake Schreiber, and also Jennifer. They're all really great developers. They're all looking for a good job. I give them my full faith. And you know me, I work in QA, and QA and dev at the best can be a little tenacious. That's probably not the word I'm looking for. Can be a little tumultuous. Let's say I don't know. I like that word. And at worst, adversarial. I don't like to do that. I don't like to be that kind of guy, and I don't think it's worth people's time in order to do that. These people worked really well. In fact, they were really quick, smart, and effective. They made my job as a QA person really easy, because they really didn't have a whole lot of stuff that ever went sideways. So it was they're really great people to work with, and I would suggest please take a look at my LinkedIn, and you can see that I am promoting, basically giving up a lot of stuff that say, hey, let's help these people out, because we all are in a situation where we need each other's help and we all support each other. So getting on, let me tell you a little bit what I'm planning to do on these sessions, and today's going to be my first one. If you saw yesterday, I was actually doing a live stream with Applitools Autonomous. It's an automation test platform, and we did the Candy Mapper Challenge. Basically, it's 10 steps. It should be 10 basic steps, and how quickly can you put together a test that does this. You can take a look at my YouTube channel, and you can see where I've gone through this with other tools that have done this, and I'll be doing those challenges with lots of other tools as the weeks, months, and days go on. Hopefully, best case scenario, I don't do this as much, which means I'm employed by somebody else. But I hope you get a chance to take a look at this and have a little bit of fun, or learn a thing or two. What we'd like to talk about a lot on my channel is AI, because that is the big thing that is going on today. And what I want to do on this particular challenge situation is I'm going to talk a little bit about boy, there's people calling me all the time. We'll talk a little bit about what we're doing. One of the things that, if you're an automation engineer and you have a project, it should be in a version control setting. So every time you do a commit, you are committing to your project. You get a little green dot over here on GitHub. This is nothing new, unless you're a brand new developer or automation engineer. This tells you how much time you commit to these projects and how well things are going, how often you're doing it. And there are times where you're going crazy. You're just pushing in lots and lots of pushes. Occasionally there's a day or two where it's, you're not really doing much of anything. But there's your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. And look at this. I was actually freaking working on Saturdays, putting stuff in there, and Sundays. Boy, that's dedication, I would say. So if you're looking for someone who's really dedicated, take a look at me and my developing team out there. So my coworkers, my former coworkers, really great people, and please check them out. But this is mine. You can see when I'm working for a client, I'm not working much on my own projects. I had one commit, a whole bunch of commits back on April in 2025, 2024, like 2023. This is when I was writing my book on test automation for WebDriver.io. I also have automation projects for UFT, QTP, In fact, I do go all the way back to the Windrunner days, and my Windrunner days. Check it out. That's I still had the Windrunner software with me in case I want to throw that on a virtual machine. I will definitely love to play with it. It was a great tool. Windrunner was C-based. Unfortunately, they decided no, nobody would ever learn C-based. Let's go to basic. And by the way, I did make my mortgage payment for 12 years writing code in basic before the AI stuff, you know. I don't brag about it because nobody brags about being able to be a basic coder, you know, the tool from the 1980s, but I still find it kind of funny, you know. I'm one of the only guys out there like, hey, basic, that's me. So you are actually getting a little bit of see what kind of person I am. Hopefully this is attractive to a team. I like to have fun with the team and fun in my environments that I'm working on. And that really doesn't matter the environments. It's really I find everything interesting. If you're a gaming company, if you are an insurance company, I don't care. I've been through all of them. I fit right in with all sorts of stuff. But anyway, so we got one person watching me that's from Twitch. That's, I think, an AI that always sits there and does, you know, just watches stuff. The comments I have turned on. So if you want to chat with me, if you want to put something up there, please, by all means, chat with me. I should be able to see it. If I can't see it, try it on a different channel. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on YouTube and Twitch. Hey, we got one new person who's watching me from here, from YouTube, and away they went. They're like, no, I'm not doing this. That's fine. That's fine. This isn't for everybody. I might try to have a little bit of fun. As much fun as you can tell, you know, when I'm doing this. So what exactly am I doing today? Well, today I want to do a new project. We want to, this is called Get in the Car AI. We're vibe coding a new Playwright project. And we're going to be doing that because it used to be back in the day, you would go to YouTube and or take a course like in Udemy. Let's see if I go to Udemy. You could go to Udemy. Let's see if there's anybody out there. There's one guy here that if you're looking at maybe Playwright isn't your sort of thing, you want to work in Cypress, this is a great course over here. I'll be taking a looking at it. I actually purchased it a couple of weeks ago and I definitely got to go through it. This is actually from Wilmer. We had him on and he took the Candy Mapper challenge, got it done in I don't know, about 30 minutes. So he's really good at doing that, and you should check him out. That's Welmer Filho, a good friend of mine, and check out his courses out here. But good other things you could do is, you know, just search for, you know, Selenium, not Selenium. We're working on Playwright today, and see if we have an intro for, you know, beginners. There is Playwright from Valentine, and I have not seen these guys, but you know, if they're even if MCP is the big thing now to get into. So if you want to be ahead of the game, you got to have MCP. I've got that installed over there on my my class. In fact, I'm going to go click enroll now because I believe I have abilities to go and use this. So I'll dismiss that. And you know, some of the things the first thing he's going to do is what tools will you need, and creating the first project. So this is where this is where you normally would start, but today I always like to talk about AI. So what I'm going to do with AI is that I am going to let the AI give me instructions, and we'll use a variety of different tools just to see how they're doing. This is Claude, so let's start this off, and I believe I'm going to go need. What we're going to do is our automation is going to be on Best Buy, and I like using Best Buy because one, it's not a fake site; it's a real site that you can do. All the elements are there to interact, and we'll be talking a little bit about how to do codeless automation, or excuse me, as close as to codeless automation as you can get. And Best Buy is a good site. Now, if you're very nice, we might go to only cats.com. And only cats, only talks about cats. It does use cookies. We would have to accept those. That's a pop-up that we want to take care of. And it was created back in 2024, and it's coming soon. It's not a real website, but if you think of a website that you would like to see me try to automate with some of these techniques, please let me know. So let's get started over here. I do know the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go and bring up my file folder. I'm going to go take a look at my file explorer. Here it comes. There's my file explorer, and I'm going to go over to my C drive. And one of the first things I always recommend is put your repos at the top level of your, if it's C or D drive, put it at your top level. Don't get really fancy with big long names. Don't do that, because there is a limit as to how many folders you can go down with Windows. Not so much on Mac, not so much on Linux, but on Windows, you can get to a point where there's folder after folder after folder, and then you hit this limit that says, hey, you can't go any further, even if your project is sitting right there. So I've got my repos over here. Here's all my little repos that I've done before. There's my WebDriver. That's my my book, and I am going to go and create a new folder, and this is going to be Best Buy. We'll do that. I like Best Buy. We'll call it Best Buy, BUY. So you can see it's only 5 characters for the name of the project, and then Best Buy is what we're going to use. Go jump over there. Nothing in it at the moment, and we'll be checking in on it as we go along. Now I'm going to pretend that I know nothing. I want to go and create a brand new project. So what am I going to do? I think I can go to Claude and say, give me step by step. You know what? This is going a little slow, so I'm going to go and do first trick, hit the Windows key and H, and you'll get a recorder up here. And when you click on the little recorder, it'll start to put whatever I say into that box. Now, I don't want to put that. I want to put this. Instructions for setting up a brand new Playwright project in the C/repos/Best Buy directory on my computer. Period. I am a newbie and need the instructions as detailed as possible. So I'm going to go do that. I'm also going to copy this, because we're going to take a look at something else that is doing with the coder, the Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to go click on send over here, and it's going to send it out. Now, while we're doing Claude, now this is the built-in Claude that's on the project. There's a couple of different Claudes, and they all have a solution. What? Start a new chat. Okay, buddy. Let's try that again. By the way, there's different versions that you can do. And right now, I believe I am logged in as Dark Arts Wizard, and I should have a pro version over here, but apparently I don't. I should actually have looked at what this actually said. That would be good. Step-by-step for setting up no wonder cancel on me. A brand new Playwright project in C/repos. Oh boy. Paulie's got fat fingers. Repos/Best Buy. And a directory on my computer. I don't even think I am a newbie. So make this as easy as possible. We'll do that. And then I am going to, and you know what, misspelling is not that bad. We're okay. So I'm going to do that and let it come up with a kind of a plan to do that. You can have different versions of of Claude and different models. Here's all sorts of different models, but you want me to upgrade. That's okay. I'm not upgrading for the moment. So we're going to let that kick off over here. Now that's one way that you can do it. The other way we can do it is to go to Visual Studio Code. So let me pull code up over here and we'll click on that and it should pop up in just a moment. Let's see, there it comes. All right. And we're going to go and we want to get started with a new chat. Now, I've got a couple of chats. I've got Claude Code, which I can go and open over here and have a chat. There is also a chat window floating around in here somewhere. So let me see if I can do file, edit. Let's go type in chat. Let's see if I can find, seriously. All right, maybe it's just that it's only open when I have a code project started. So it says an update. Okay, I'm gonna go resolve that. All right, Claude, here we go. I wanted to have a little fun over here. There's Claude. All right, cool. Ready to code. Learn more. This means, like, let's say I'll need permission to work with your files. And yes, you can continue. I'm good with that. Welcome back. All right. So this is my Claude code. So I'm going to go push this in here. Punch that in. Come on, buddy. Hey, come on. Come on. Okay, there is that. And we'll put that in there. It was metamorphosizing. I'm going to go full screen and see if I can find. Here's the chat. I'm going to hit the open chat. And this is two different types of AI. Kind of cool, huh? Two different types of AI. This one over here is Claude. This one over here is ChatGPT. And I can interact with a couple other ones. I can set it to Gemini. And what is this? A 10% discount. What's that? I don't know. I have no idea. So I'm going to go and put this over here. And by the way, there's different ways that you can interact with your application. One of them is you have 4 different modes. You have agent mode, which is completely autonomous. It does everything for you. It's going to put in your libraries. It's going to put create the folder structures, sample stuff, and you can ask it describe what you want. You can even have it associate different different files and say, hey, these are the files I'm looking at. Please don't mess around with any other ones. I can just ask it to for what I should do, and I think I'll do that. The other is you're going to have auto mode. I'm not crazy about auto mode because I don't know which one of these guys is being used, so I'm going to go use ChatGPT 0, and it is costing me nothing over there. You can also see over here as how many premium requests. Because my request thing got reset, you only have a little tiny blue thing there that tells you how many requests you have. It's about 300 tokens that you get, about 300. And it'll also tell you when this all resets, January 31st. Now, I really don't have a lot in there because I was using Claude a lot more often. It says your account does not have access to Claude code. So it says hit /login. I will hit /login. Let's see how long it takes for me to get this in Claude with subscription, pro team, Anthropic console, blah, blah, blah. I have that. And it is using my browser to go to Club over here. But I'm actually logged in under my QTP. And this should be my Dark Arts Wizard account that it is using. So we'll go over here. I'll follow that link. Maybe I copy it. And this is if you're paying for Claude, you have it configured and set up. So I have my cut up here. By the way, I do have to sign out of this, which I'm going to do. We'll sign out, and we need to do another. We're going to sign out. Come on, sign out from these extensions. Yes, please. These are all the extensions that I've put in since I've been working on this project. You can see everything that is installed. And there's Claude over there. There's also a GitHub chat. There's Playwright, test for VS. I was also using AutoIt, although I've kind of turned that off. But I made a lot of cool things with AutoIt. That was super neat. And so I'm going to get the chat over here to do this. It's saying it's auto. I can add language models. No, I'm not going to add menus. I'm just going to let it do auto over here, and I'll hit like that. Really? Okay. Continue with GitHub. We'll continue with GitHub, and I want to go in as the Dark Arts Wizard at gmail.com, and my password is password. See if they'll let me in. I'll say that. Use a passkey? Absolutely. Getting a passkey. Use my iPhone. Use an Android or iPhone device. So scan this with your phone. My gosh, how many different things do I have to do to get this whole thing started? Let's see. I will sign in with my passcode, connecting my Bluetooth. Turn on my Bluetooth. Why do I need my Bluetooth on? I don't know. All right, it's signing me in, and sign in with the passkey. Device connected. Continue on your device. It says here continue. I'll use Chrome on here. It says I don't have any passkeys. That's nice. Looking at my face, and it says there are no Chrome passwords. So that something went wrong. Cancel. We'll try that a different way. More options. Authenticator app. Let's try that. All right. It's going to ask me to go into my auth. So if I go into my auth on my phone, I am going to go and do this. Let's go get my phone over here going along, and I want my authenticator, and I'm looking for the one that has the one for let's see. Well, I guess not this one. I'm going to try a different one. We'll close the menu over here, and we'll try that auth again. Come on, find me this. Oh man, come on, find me some auth stuff. Let's try the authenticator. I've got, yeah, I don't really. Why is my auth? This is a third alternative, but that's not the one I want. Try this one more time. I must have been going really fast and just totally didn't see it. We got Microsoft, Deal, JetBrains, Audify, Twilio, Candy Mapper, Stripe, Bitwarden. I feel like I'm missing one or two here. So let's go to GitHub. I'm going to go to my GitHub. Maybe authentication is in the GitHub project over there. I may be wrong on that. Well, I certainly could log out of this. That would probably be a good idea. More options. SMS code. Let's try that. Send an SMS code to my phone. There we go. There's our way. And we will put in this number and verify. Really? Seriously? Seriously? Am I logging in as? I'm logging in as the Dark Arts Wizard. Should. Maybe I mistyped that. Let's try it one more time. The auth code is this. Maybe I just typed the wrong. How about our numlock? We'll do that again. Why do you need a numlock? I don't think I really need a numlock. I should just get rid of it. Okay, sign in as the Dark Arts Wizard. All right, cool. Authorize Visual Studio Code. Now we're into that. All right. And we'll open Visual Studio Code, which just opened this. It's launching. It should be actually over here. And there it is. All right, so this is Claude Code, but there is actually another chat. We could go down here to different chat, new terminal. If I go to this is probably one of the terminal experience. I don't want to do the terminal experience. I'm not a big fan of that. So we'll do this. Like that. Hey, take a look at what I got over here. Look who's joining me. This is my very special guest star. This is Rudy. Rudy, my annoying Kelpie. Rudy, say hello to everybody. Turn this way. Turn towards the camera. He's like, I don't want to turn towards the camera. I'm magnetically. Oh, come here, dog. Get up here and say hi. Come on. You want to get up here. Say hi. Come here. Say hi to our friendly people. There you go. All right. So that's Rudy, and he's jumping on me saying, hey, I want to go play. And you know what? Who else has come here? Is his sister, Willow. Willow's going to come over here. She's going to jump on me. Here she comes. Hi, Willow. Say hello to everybody. Say hello. Hello. Turn around over here. See? She's a good puppy. Yes, she is. Yes, you are. Are you an automation? Are you going to be an automation puppy? Yes, you're going to be an automation puppy. You are a very good automation puppy. She's like, there's nobody home and I'm alone and I want you to come play with me. But I have a live stream to do, puppy. You cannot be bothering me when I'm doing a live stream. Do you understand? You silly dog? You are such a silly dog. Yes, I hope you have all enjoyed looking at my puppy who's attacking me while I am trying to code. Don't lick me. Gosh, I had one person look at me who's like, I want to see some coding, and instead I see puppies. It's just crazy around here. Just crazy. Just a little notification. If I didn't mention it before, I was actually let go from my job on Friday. Not for any bad reasons. The company basically just closed its doors. So I'm looking for a new job. I love what I do. I'm a test automation engineer, and I just love doing this stuff. So let's get back over here to what I was talking about. I'm going to let this one also chug away. As you can see, you can have an ask an agent edit or a plan. You can have it create a plan. And it says, for setting this up, give me something to do workflows. So, at least this was proposing a file. Well, why don't you give me a plan? Then give me a plan. All right. Here's our plan. There we go. First of all, you need to install Node. And so I know we've already got Node installed. So that what it means is we'll have to go and get a terminal up here. Just to prove that, there's our PowerShell. I'm just going to say Node version like that, and it's version 23. All right, so we got Node up there, easy enough to install. Create the project directory. So I've already got to navigate over this. File is not displayed here because it is in a directory. Let's go click on that and see what it does. So it basically started a whole new project, and these are all the folders that are inside here, but I want to go to my Best Buy. So I'm going to select this, choose to open as a multiple, choose to close, do not load solution, choose to open. And I will say the one I want to open up is Best Buy, BUY. We'll do that. All right, cool. All right, I've already verified this. And I got a brand new viewer over here. Welcome to you on YouTube. My chat is open. I hope you are having a great day. And please ask any questions if you want. Like, what the heck is Polly doing here? If you want to see more of the puppies or the Kelpies, please let me know. I will be more than happy to take care of you and make you happy. But right now, I'm walking through an AI project where I'm going to set up a brand new project using AI to go and do this. So here we are. These are the instructions it's giving me. So what if I say agent? I'm going to say execute the plan, plan execution. We're doing that. Here we go. Yes, when you sit here and watch Polly do his all sorts of crazy stuff over here, you actually get a really bad voice impersonations. So I'm going to allow this to do this install OpenJS Node LT. We're going to let it do that, and it's doing it for me. Look at that. Just doing a winget install. Failed attempting to do this. Unexpected error in the command. It failed. Well, 80% of the time it won't do that. So So it says here that this did not do what it was supposed to do. So we are, oh, it's telling me look at all the things you got to do to set this up. Open up the Explorer, go to this, open up a Best Buy directory, right click on this and say open in that directory. Okay, well, I can do that. That's fine enough. So if I go, I'm going to go and say CLS, we'll clear that out. And we go CD / repos. Uh-oh, here comes another puppy attacking. Ah! Ow! Ouch! You've got claws are sharp. What do you want? Please, ow! Ah! Puppy, listen. This is not the time nor the place to be attacking me. This is, don't touch those buttons. Come here, you. Ah! Dang it. Ah! Dog, look, I'm trying to do a live stream here. I am trying to do a live, oh, you're trying to get into my lap? Is that what you're doing? Come up here. Come on. Here we go. All right. You're on, okay. You're on me now. All right. Here's a second puppy. Oh my gosh. This is not the way I intended things to go, is to have a bunch of puppies sitting on my lap. I wanted to go and do a live stream, and you guys are just ruining it. Do you understand? You're ruining it. By the way, if your dog happens to get lost, you can use a FI locator on their collar to find them. It's really cool. It lights up and it will give you an indication of where your puppies might be. It also does real-time tracking. So if you have other things on your collars, you might be 5 minutes behind the puppy if they get out, beyond your fence. I prefer when I'm just looking for, but okay, I got a reaction to my post. Well, at least I got a reaction. I don't see anybody messaging. By the way, my messages are open. This is, I guess, my AI automation puppy right here. This is Willow, and I'm pretty sure she is just absolutely adorable. But really, you have to get off. You can't be standing on me like this. This is not the way this is supposed to go. Do you understand? I'm trying to get things done here. I'm trying to show people how to do automation with AI. And you are just standing on me, and there's nothing I can do. Ah! Well, she broke my headset. Where you going? Come here. She's breaking my headset. She's trying to leave with my headset. Hold it, dog. There you go. Hey. Back. This puppy does not know back. You have to let go of my headset, please. You are tangled up. All right. Go back downstairs. Go play with your brother. I'm not sure if anybody found that entertaining. I hope you did, if you are watching, whoever you are out there on YouTube. Let's get back to this. They might be bothering me later. Who knows? I don't know. All right. So it says here we need to open up in this project. So I'm going to go CD over here to repos like that. CD, let's try // repos. I like that. No, I want a repos. REPOS. /BESTBUY. And let's see if I get there. Yes, I do. So now I'm going to right click on, let's see. Give me step-by-step instructions for setting up a brand new project, and I am a newbie. Blah, blah, blah. It says, I don't know what the heck you're talking about, buddy. Oh, well, that's nice. All right, I'm going to open up that folder. And where's our best? There's our Best Buy. And we are going to, all right, follow our instructions as we head over here. We created the directory. We open a terminal. Right click on Best Buy and say open in terminal, open in PowerShell, and run the following command. So we are going to go to that command and go there. By the way, there's 5 people watching 4 people on YouTube, thank you very much. I'm Paul Grossman. Just in case you don't know the situation, I'm an automation architect for 25 years, and I'm doing live streams because I essentially lost my job on Friday. Company closed, and all of my friends are looking for stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, please take a look at my LinkedIn account. There are 4 or 5 of my coworkers who are looking for jobs. So, and I am signal boosting them. So please help them out if you don't mind. By the way, thank you very much for watching. And I hope you guys are doing good on YouTube. I believe I can see comments. So if you are looking at this saying, "What in the world is that guy doing?" you can actually do something. I'll bring up comments. I'll turn the commenting on, and I'm always happy to answer any questions that you guys might have. Look at this, new opportunities from eLoop. Okay, thank you, LinkedIn. That's really great. I appreciate it. Yes, I was being attacked by puppies moments ago. So if you watch this, go back to about the 32-minute point, and you can see a whole bunch of kelpies trying to jump into my lap while I'm trying to demonstrate this. Let's get back up on topic over here. So we are going to go starting off with this, and a little thing is I can actually copy these things. I'm going to copy that. What else? Anything else I got to do in there? There's a text run over here. So what I do is I like to use the Windows clipboard history, and that's Windows V. And if you do Windows V, I don't know what that opened. Let's do, come on. If I do Windows V like this, it gives me everything that I had just copied. So I want to start off with that one. All right, so I am going to go to, let's go to our file explorer, which should be sitting around here somewhere. And I'm going to go to C drive. I'm going to go to my repos. I'm going to PQR. I always have it over here. As I was saying, keep it short. And in our repos, we've got this Best Buy, and I am going to go and open in terminal. This brings me up to my terminal. I'm going to go and paste this one over here, and we are going to init that with that one there. And what's our next instruction? It said, go over here and do a Playwright install. All right, we'll go over there and we will hit this and do the install. Yay, we're installing Playwright over there. And got 2 people watching from YouTube. I hope you guys are having a great day. You can converse with me because we are live right now, and always happy to talk or explain whatever it is, or if you have a challenge. My challenge today is to set up an automation project so that I can go and interact with Best Buy. I'm using Best Buy as my example. I could use my Candy Mapper website as an example, but people are like, oh, you just built that, and so it's always going to work. Candy Mapper is actually designed intentionally to fail. And I have 2 versions, candymapper.com and candymapper.net, and they both will, what's this? All right, fine. They one is hosted by GoDaddy, and the other one is hosted by Wix, and they have slightly different things, and I like to use them as my challenges for automation. If you are brand new to watching this channel, I have a video just yesterday where we used Autonomous by Applitools, and we went through the basic Candy Mapper challenge. There's about 10 challenges on there. We just did the basic one, which is do 8 to 10 steps. And I don't want to get into it. You can go and watch it from yesterday. All right, so I have now done, let's see, my history. I did the Playwright install. What's the third thing I want to do over here? I want to, let's see, npm. I guess it was going to be play this, right? Okay, we did the install, removing unused browser at this WebKit. Okie dokie. Maybe you tell me which browser it is. Be nice. No, all right, not a problem. All right. So what else do we have? So if I go over to my project over right now, if I go to the Best Buy, we can see that there's a package in there. That's all that's really in there. And since I got the package open, I should be able to go and open a folder, which I'm going to go navigate to. There's repos, and I want Best Buy, Best BUI, Best Buy package, Best Buy. We'll open that up. That's kind of cool. I want to go. Am I going to go do a new one? I'm not too sure. I got a pipeline and stuff. I wonder if that's an old one. Okay. Cloud subscription. I'm going to go and open. There's my repos. This is my Best Buy. So that's essentially all I really have there. And these are all my other projects. So what I want to do is, I believe I set up the Playwright install. I'm going to go open my Explore, search. I want my, let's see, I want the command prompt over here. View, command palette, no. I want my, not my Explorer, not my chat, terminal. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. So there's chat, and I'm going to CD into Best Buy. And we'll do that. And we have Playwright installed. We have our terminal, our debug console. Cool, we've got all that. And please set up a simple, now I'm using a different chat over here. A simple test for www.bestbuy.com. We'll do that, okay? Okay, we will install. Now, it will allow me to do that. It'll do this again, but it should already be in there. But however, we are not in the right, I don't think we're in the right repo. We need to be in CD Best Buy. Let's try that again. All right, we've set up stuff. I don't know about this. New project. Open workspace. Open recent. I want open. Let's go to, we have Best Buy. We have tests. We'll open that up. We'll jump directly to that. He says you're already there. No errors found in the tests. So I got my tests. I got a homepage test. There we are. There's our first one. It says, hey, do you want to add this in here? By the way, I have some errors, but is that okay? And it's okay. And it's saying, hey, use this page. The only thing is that there is no page. So we're going to go and say, set up the Best Buy landing page. All right. Cool. You know, we should really consider is what are we going to do on that site? If I go over to Best Buy, let me see if I can find it over here because it's decided to run away from me. I will go bring it up again. Best Buy. Now, why do I use Best Buy? That's a good question. As I said, I do have Candy Mapper I could go and do. But this is a real e-commerce. Candy Mapper is close to a real e-commerce, except I don't sell anybody anything. And here we've got all sorts of different things we can interact with. We have an image of Best Buy that we could try to click. We have a drop-down menu that adds more stuff, which is not visible. Okay, we're cool with that. Looks like I've already been logged in once before. All right, cool. We have links like the top deals. We have radio buttons. We can go, let's see, we have add to cart. We can have multiple ones that are adding things to cart. Which one do you want? Well, maybe you want to click the add to cart button, which is near or below Apple AirPods 4, which is not what the other ones are. We can interact with our AI support guy. And these are just some of the things that you can do to interact. There's a drop-down list over here, and it takes a few seconds to build. So you might want to be able to handle that. What do we want to do? I think I want to go click on Deal of the Day and select this item. Is this, there's only one item? Oh, there's 4 add to carts. I want to add this Marshall. Okay, we'll add that in there. We'll copy this. So, okay, let's see if we can go get to that test. We have nothing in the workspace yet. So we have not set up the workspace. Do we have all the extensions set up? I think so. So we need to go and get this. Oh, we have a lot of red over here. The CD could not be located. Best Buy, we went over there. I am a newbie, blah, blah, blah. And it's basically saying, hey, do this. And it's like, I don't understand what you're talking about, dude. All right. NPM, we have already installed. Let me just double check. Did we install NPM? Installing version NPM. Okay, we did that. We want to do install the Playwright. All right, we're going to install Playwright. We're going to get that in there. All right. Install Playwright. Playwright install. Does that seem right? Did I do it right? Change this packages. Okay. Let's see. That's Playwright install. We already did the NPM and the MPX. Okay. So we are good there. Let's see what else we want to do. We need to do the init. I think we already did that. Install, Playwright install, and init. We'll init that. Punch that in there. Initialize it, and it says, I don't know what the init is. I don't trust this AI. I'm going to go use this one over here. So this is saying, hey, you need to do some AI instructions over there. Claude subscription. Let's see what else we got over here. I'm going to go verify, and we want to go run a test. Now, if I had the test entirely set up, oh, hey, guess what? We have another visit from this puppy here. It's just absolutely terrorizing me today. You know, you broke my headsets. I'm not happy with you. You broke my headsets. You absolutely broke my headsets. Are you coming up here or not? You're gonna just interrupt every single time I'm on here. I've got two people, at least one person watching, and it could be my wife who's just saying, "Hey, you don't see my messages." Could be her, but the puppies have come to kill me over here. Open the project in VS Code. So you know what? I'm going to go try that. We're going to go and close this out and close this out. And I'm going to go over here to repos. We'll do that. CD // repos. If we get there, CD Best Buy, like that, and say code dot. Start here. It's probably the best way to do this. All right. I've taken several different approaches on this. I'm going to get rid of this puppy here. What do we end up with? Claude Max or Claude Pro is required. Okay, I need Claude Pro. We'll figure that out. All right, so it is opening up. And what do I have any test cases in here? We have none have been installed, but I do have pages. There's our landing page. We have our test results, and we have a test. Okay. Run the test. Okay. Now, here's the interesting thing. I should be able to see the test over here. I don't see it in my testing tab. So, blah, 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 install the. Yes, of course I do. Yes. So we're installing Jest for the home page test. Jest. Why are we installing Jest? Are we doing? Yeah. I guess we need that. Some things were depreciated. Okay, install the. Let's see. To fix this issue, we need to install this. Would you like to proceed with this? Yes. Install that. Make my life better. Much better than the puppies are making my. Okay, it's saying, will you allow me to do that? I'm going to say yes. Install on always allow install npm install. So yes. So it's installing the npm for Playwright over there. Here's all the new stuff that's getting added in, and hopefully everything goes right. We should start seeing the tests found in this workspace. All right. So now it says, what is this? Let me do this, and I did that. And it said one of the test sites failed. The error indicates that Playwright should be run using Jest. Instead, Playwright uses its own runner. To resolve this, move Playwright test to a separate directory. run Playwright tests using to a separate directory. Why would I want to? Why doesn't it want to run here? That I don't. Would you like to move the test and set up the correct structuring? No, I want to create a new Git repo, GitHub repo for this project. All right. So as I was saying, one of the cool things you can do is you can ask the AI to tell you what exactly is going wrong over here. Because obviously I'm got something. Would you like me to automate these steps for you? Yes. Let's see what these are. I didn't even take a look. Allow. Let's see. Always allow GitHub. And I got licked on the hand. Can you believe this? The puppy came over here, licked me on the hand, and she's probably going to come back over here and bother me. Or she's trying to narc on her brother, saying her brother is getting into trouble. And that's never good when you have puppies and they are getting into trouble. Okay, so did it get in it? Cool. It's been installed with project. Now I can guide you through Git repo. Please provide the name of the GitHub repo. All right. Repo, if you want, I can use Best Buy as the default name. Yes. Yes. Okay, dog, look. I'm trying to, dog, I'm trying to do some stuff here, and you are attacking me. Attacking me is not a good thing. I don't bite me, and you're trying to crawl up on my lap again. You're trying to pull that again. Are you? Listen, I've had kind of enough of this, young lady. You are being a pain. Now go be a pain to your brother. Go downstairs. Okay. Alrighty. So to get this, I'm going to say yes. To this, it's saying, hey, would you go? Let's see, I'm going to go allow in this workspace. We'll do that. It said push, but there's no commits found in the C repos Best Buy. So what I need to do is, okay, we'll allow that. Whole bunch of warnings. I got a feeling that a lot of this stuff should be in the, I think I just committed a whole bunch of stuff to a repo. I think I just did the wrong thing, which is committing all this stuff. All right, commit, push to, really? You went into my other, this is not the project I want you to be in. Where's my, so I'm in Dark Arts Wizard, and it went and sent it to my former project. It was sent it to a different project. Well, you know what? It doesn't really matter at this point, does it? This went to the wrong GitHub repo. It should be Dark Arts Wizard. Now, I'm not going to let the agent do it. I'm going to ask. Walk me through setting up the repo correctly. Okay, usually it says, I'm sorry. Well, first of all, you want to remove the wrong. I'm not going to remove. Okay. Since the project is currently linked to the wrong, you need to remove the existing remote. All right, I will do that. There you go. Cool. Create a new repo. Go to repo and create a new repo. Do new. All right, I'm going to go to GitHub. Here we go. GitHub. And this is not the repo I want. I want to go to, I want to log out of that. I want to log out. Log out. Dog, listen. Dog. Dog. Dog, you're You're upsetting me. I need to sign out of this. Ow! Oh, God! You guys are got such sharp nails. Do you understand how I would not like that? Come on. All right. Now I'm going to go sign in. And the Dark Arts Wizard. Put in some code here. Sign in. It says incorrect. Try this again. Okay, I'll update the password. Two-factor authentication. I feel like I've been here before. Send an SMS code to my phone. Give me the code. Here is the code. And we're doing 1, 9. Okay, come back here. 8. Oh my gosh. I'm really. What? You just let me double check it. 196428. 196428. And all right, we have logged in to my project, and we're going to go and create a new one. Over here is going to be Best Buy. All right, and this is a Playwright Best Buy project. Okay, I should spell Playwright correctly. All right, we're going to do that. It is public. It has no template. Start with a template. No. Add a README. Sure. Add a get ignore. Get ignore for either Playwright or TypeScript. Where is? Let's see. MNO play. Really? TypeScript, JavaScript, ABCDEFGHI, Java. There's Java, but no JavaScript. Playwright. Nothing I can find that matches exactly what I'm looking for. So we will say no Git, nothing at the moment. The license, give you public license, I guess, and describe. Okay, jumpstart your project with Copilot. Okay, a base Playwright project that will navigate to www.bestbuy.com and create repository. So we're creating the repo over there. We're going to go and copy, and this is the coding test. They've got Dark Arts Wizard Best Buy. All right, our license, our README. Cool. All right, so I go over there. I create a name the repository, choose visibility, and create repository. Add the correct remote. So the correct remote is going to be this one over here. All right, so we're going to go back to code, and so we're going to go to this GitHub Dark Arts Wizard, GitHub Buy. Add the repository is created the URL, but add it to the remote. All right, so I'm going to go punch this in here, and I'm going to say git remote add origin. We'll do that. We'll punch this in here and see how well the AI did setting up this project. Okay, boom, and like that. Okay, then we want to do the branch of main. Okay, and we also want to do the origin of main. Sounds good. Unable to access this request 403. Now we're going to ask the AI, hey, what the heck happened here. Probably says, I don't have access. I have to tell it, hey, I'm a good guy. Means I don't have to associate with that. This is not, I have permissions to push this. I don't want this. I want this. Follow the steps. Credential manager, look for any retries, blah, blah, blah. Control Z. We want to say that the old project I don't want to use. I do not want to use this guy. Okay, I could use personal access tokens. I've done that before. Let's see. Where is that RR? I want this one. Okay. I do not want to use this. It is defunct. I want to use Dark Arts Wizard. I will do that. All right. Follow these steps. All right, we're going to remove the old GitHub credentials. Still using this. Open the Windows Credential Manager. And okay, Windows Credential Manager. Well, then. Windows Credential. It said there right there. Manage Windows credentials. Okay. And which one do we want to get rid of? We need to get rid of this guy here. You'll remove. Okay, yep, remove that. Yes, it's gone. Cool. And we're going to say this. Okay. Okay. And we'll find out what that is. We're going to punch that in there. My email. All right. I'll put in my email. We'll say the Dark Arts Wizard at gmail.com. Boom. All right. Okay. All right. You put your will prompt you to log in. So we will go and push this out here. Seriously? Where's the push? And I just had this here. Okay. Actually, I have to push. We'll go do that. Okay. It was denied. I'm not using this. I don't want to return to 403. Yes, I know this because that's not the account I'm using. You know what? I need something else. We're going to try something else. We are going to go use GitHub because I think this might be easier. GitHub Desktop. So here's my GitHub Desktop. It's coming up. All right. And I want to go to new open. Let's see. I want to do options, sign out, sign in, continue with browser. We're going to bring up the browser over here, continue. We're going to authorize desktop. Organizational access will be. No, I don't really want that, but I will continue. Open GitHub this. Okay. I want to do a file, clone repo, and I want to clone Did I not get the repo URL? Okay. Do I have the URL? I should have the, yep, there it is. That's the one. Folder contains files. Choose Best Buy. Okay, we're going to go over to Best Buy over here, and we're going to just go freaking delete it. Well, we're going to cut it. X, and we're going to put this into, we'll do a new folder called Best Buy Temp. And we're just going to move all the folders and stuff I put in there into here. All right. That is done. Now this Best Buy should have nothing in it. Now this guy goes, yeah, we got nothing in it. So we're good to go. So I'm going to go clone that. All right. So now we are logged in here. And I am going to go over here to, okay, Best Buy has been put in there. I'm going to go back over the repos. We're going to go back to Best Buy Temp and X these guys over here. And then we're going to go to repos, Best Buy. And I'm going to go paste this in here. Now, I'll probably complain about the Git. It says 24 have the same name. Replace files, and then skip these files. We'll skip those. All right, so now that we've done that, we should come back and say, hey, you put a bunch of stuff in here, man. In fact, there was a lot of stuff. So the node modules, we're going to ignore those. First of all, the node modules, we're going to add folder. We're going to add node modules to this. And then now it gets down to all these guys. Then we have our lock, our landing page, and all this looks really good. So I've got an invite, so we're looking for a direct client. That's nice. Okay, the diff contains the line, and see, yeah, that's fine. We're all good with that. Don't have a problem with it. And I'm going to go use the AI to generate some comments about this, because you do not want to put in all the files from the node modules, because it's huge and it gets bigger and bigger. You don't need to bloat up with that. Commit 7 files to main. We're going to do a push to origin and see if I can push that out. And we have main, and we can do we have a pull request. We're going to go and jump over to the pull request, which should be a browser popping up somewhere. Fetch. Okay. Pull requests. View pull requests on GitHub. There's our pull request for Best Buy. Copilot requested your review. Add your review. It all looks good. Submit review. I'm the only guy working on it, so it should be fine. All right. And we'll do our pull request. Review changes. Approve. There we go. That's what I really want to do. Okay. And then it says, hey, this has conflicts. I have to resolve the conflicts. Will we resolve these conflicts? So this is, okay, yeah. Mark is resolved. Okay, that's good. What else we have? One more thing. Are we going to use this or this? We're going to use this. Current change. Accept incoming change. That's what we're going to do, because this is all the stuff that we added in over here. Accept incoming change. Sounds good. Look at all this stuff that it adds here. Wait, there's another one. More conflicts. Next. Accept incoming change. Next. Accept incoming change. Next. Mark as resolved. We have these. All right. Accept incoming change. Accept incoming change. Mark is resolved. Everything is resolved. I'm going to go commit the merge. Sounds good. And we are done. We added a base project to navigation number 1. And then, of course, the best thing to do here, well, let's assume it runs. Let's go see if we can get this to run something. Show me something. There is our test. There's our Best Buy spec. We are going to go give this a run. We'll see if it brings up a browser or two and navigates. Hopefully we get a browser. We'll navigate to Best Buy. We are waiting. We expect this to have this. And we have a title called Best Buy, which is a recent test, a reason to do. So I've signed in, got everything all set up. The only thing I'm concerned about is that I'm not getting any results. It says here, go do this, and it's not doing it. So let's go to the AI. Please review and fix. No browser is launched. All we will use is Chrome. All right. The issue is that the browser is not supposed to, so it's going to fix it. So you want to fix it? I had to ask, please fix. I could do it step by step from what it told me to do, but I could just as easily do this. So what's this thing over here? All right. I will keep all those changes. So now we're using Chromium and Chrome. And now we'll give it another run. See if we get a browser. We have a worker, which is good. Better than we saw before. I just don't see a browser yet. Oh, it passed, but I want it headed, not headless. It should be headed, not headless. Because you know what? I could build anything, not show you a browser, and still say it passed. Would you believe me? Of course you would. I wouldn't believe me. All right, we're going to give this one more run, see if we get a browser to pop. There's our browser. Does it go to Best Buy? Yes, it does. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We are just about running this to the end of our first day. We've just gone through and used the AI to go and essentially set up a new project, a Best Buy project, a new test. It wrote everything. It helped me solve all my problems. And we show that it works. And it runs in about 6.7 seconds. It's only one test. We're running it headed, not headless. And I think we are good. I think the only thing left to do is to go back over to, we want to commit this. So let's go back over to our desktop. Here is all the new files and everything. And I could describe this, or I could just let the AI describe what it's doing. And I'm going to go commit that. And I'm going to go pull the origin. There's a bunch of, pull the origin. And I'm going to go push the origin. I'm not really crazy when I pull something, so I'm going to double check this, make sure this still runs again. Give it one more run. It launches the browser. It checks that the URL is correct. And it passes, so that is good. And there's no local changes. Now, like I said, before we continue on, this is the last thing I'll show you. The most important thing to do is always have a branch. Now, this branch is... This is not... No, we want to be on main. Okay. So there's our pull request. So we're going to go over here. We're going to open this repo on your browser. So we're going to view on GitHub. Here it is. And we want to main branch isn't protected. Okay. Protect my main branch. Sure. Okay. I hope that's the main and not some weird name, but okay. Where's our branches? There's our code. Changes have not been, okay. The list, the bypass list, all this stuff is done. Any changes may not be saved. The print is going to create additional dialogues. All right. Pull request. Okay, fine. I'm going to just believe that. And okay, is this the name of the? I want the branch to be main. Okay, I will look at this. Okay, and we want to. We're pulling this. Pull the 5 commits into main from this add playwright navigation. All right, looks good. Ready for review. Merge pull request. There are no changes. And we will confirm this merge, which should take us back. And we can delete the branch. So we'll delete the branch. The branch is gone. And we should be back into main. Let's take a look down here. Add playwright navigation. We're going to switch back over to main over here. And we'll go to branches. We'll go to main. And if we go over here, this will change. And now we're back at main. Just a few changes over here. Okay. Not crazy that I saw my test cases. Let's go run these one more time. Test case did not output. Okay. Is there anything I'm missing? Fetch the origin. Pull. That's what I did wrong. I didn't pull the origin. So it was all sitting up there on my other branch waiting to come in. Now we have these test cases. Now I have 2. I don't know where the second one came from. I said decided to invent that one. Now I've got 2. Comes over here. Is this going to pass? Hopefully we get a nice green. We do. And navigate to Best Buy. And there's this one over here. I don't know exactly what this does. It's going to go to Best Buy. Check the title. Make sure the title page contains the title. Oh, log it out that it contains it. Put it down here. And then make sure that the title is to be truthy. Now this one, not so much. We're going to stop it. We didn't see that working, so we're going to have to work on that. But we're going to stick with this guy over here. Whoops. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? That was bad. We're going to hit stop. Try that one more time. Going to let that run. End with a green. And we'll come back to this tomorrow or later in the week. Everybody, that passed. That's my whole setup. My GitHub is ready. There's some changes over here at the last run. Test results. We're not going to add test results. So we are going to ignore the folder. Test results. Now this is kind of weird. This is going away. We're going to go not commit this. We're going to add test results over here. Commit it to main. This guy should go away. Discard changes. Push the origin. All right. What was my last thing I was going to say? The last thing is that every time you make changes, always do it in a fresh branch. So we're going to do a new branch. So we're going to say day 2 Polly needs a new job. All right, we'll create that branch based off that. So we'll go and publish that. And now I've got 2 of them. And I could do a pull request, but I'm not sure why, because there's no differences in there. This is my history of everything that I set up, my initial plan, all that stuff. And we're good to go for tomorrow. All right, everybody. Let me go take a look at my chat over here. See where we are going. See if I'm still recording. There we are. All right. Well, I think that was rather productive. Again, I'm Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard, 25 years, test automation. I work with any and every tool. If you have a project you want to start or a project that's in flight that you need someone to take care of and handle, I'm available. Please look me up on LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever you happen to be watching me here. I'll be doing this every day until I get another job. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed this, and my puppies. Go check them out. I'll have the timings for where they appeared, and have yourself a great day. Cheers.